so generous, so kind, so with his time, with his platform, so full of joy. And what has happened to him over the last few years has just been so hard to watch. And, you know, those of you out there, I just want to say, who are like, oh, we tried to tell you. And we've been watching, we're not stupid. We've seen the same things that you've seen, but there are channels out there and people out there who have been rooting for this very thing. They wanted this to happen, and they still want worse things to happen to this man and his family. They want to drive him down a road to hurt himself. Those Kiwi Farms and all that
I mean, listen, man, getting harassed, like Nick is insane because Nick had a completely unmoderated chat. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. I don't care how thick-skinned you are. If you are being harassed every single day on the internet by like the worst people on the internet, then that's going to F you up. And it wouldn't surprise me if one of the things, and I know that people say that Nick changed when he came back from a vacation, and I'm sure that has truth to it as well, but it wouldn't surprise me if one of the things that drove Nick to do all of this was just the constant, never-ending bullshit that he has to endure. And I'm sorry, people might laugh about that, but if you've never been in that position, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry, you don't understand. I have been in that position, and not remotely to the level that Nick Rekieta was in that position, and it fucked with me something good. And I think I'm a pretty strong person, but like it gets in your head after a while. And so, well, no, because you assholes don't take responsibility for your behavior and the impact you have on other people. You have anonymous accounts on the internet where you spend all day, every day, cheering for someone's demise. And in their ear all the time, creating multiple accounts to go after them all the time, constantly in their replies, constantly talking about them, constantly digging through every part of their past. This is what you spend your entire days doing. You set out to destroy someone's life on the internet. You do not have the high road here. Have you ever been in that position? If you've never been in that position, shut the fuck up. Truly and sincerely, shut the fuck up. You have absolutely no idea what it's like. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's done. Again, I said this last night, and I'll say it again today. We don't know if Nick is done. Think about Robert Downey Jr. I gave this example last night. I'll give the example again. Robert Downey Jr. was out of his mind on drugs and alcohol for years. Robert Downey Jr. went to prison. And no one talks about that anymore because after Robert Downey Jr. went to prison, he got clean, he came back, he had to lay low for several years, but then he became Iron Man. And then he won an Academy Award. And guess what? No one talks about the fact that Robert Downey Jr. literally went to prison for drugs. So I wouldn't say that Nick is done. There can always be redemption. And it depends on like if Nick wants it or not, but that's certainly a possibility. Like people keep saying, hopefully this is the wake-up call that he needs in order to get better. And we should all cheer for that, by the way. If you're one of the people, and listen, again, I say that knowing that I laughed at the whole, getting a blowjob under the table because it's funny. But it can be both funny and sad at the same time. But you know what I'm not? I am not cheering for Nick Rekieta's downfall. And I never would do that. And you shouldn't do that either. Guys, people you watch on the internet are human beings. You might not like them. You might not like everything they say, but they're human beings. And they can only take so much. And when you have all the most toxic people on the internet after you all day, every day, for years on end, I cannot stress enough how much that gets to you. And it will get to anyone. There is no one in the world that it will not get to. Some people might hide it better than others. Some people might, not hide it at all. But it will get to you. It sucks. And so please don't be one of those people. it's only going to make you miserable. It's going to make everyone else miserable. And you're not actually gaining anything. Yeah. Internet trolls are still the bad guys.
Matt and then said, Boss Man Jack ain't winning locale of the year. Yeah. You know, and I'm just going to say this.
James's Twitter.
The farm, Kiwi Farms is a difficult topic, but I'll just say this, is that I think Nick may have read the farms too much. And I think that may have been part of what got to him. I'm not saying that like led to everything that was down.
This is why I said the same thing earlier. That all the harassment, all the bullshit coming off of Kiwi Farms will drive anyone to insanity. This is why, even though I know I have a thread on there, I do not go on Kiwi Farms. I will never go on Kiwi Farms. I strongly encourage everyone to stay the fuck away from that site. I know you like that you can get all this spy information on shit and doxing information on people, and you can find out all the I know that people like that, but that is a toxic hellscape of a website that will suck you in with the worst possible people on the internet. And for people that are targeted by that website, it will drive them to do stuff like this. Because what I experienced from it was nothing compared to what Nick Rekieta experienced from it. And it was a living, breathing hell for a long ass time. And I know you might not believe that because you're like, you're a streamer on the internet. How hard could it be? Just ignore it. You can't ignore it when they are trying to fuck up literally every single part of your life. It is not possible to ignore it. And so if you are on Kiwi Farms, if you're doing this shit, your actions have real world consequences in real people's lives. You are not the good guy. You are not the hero. You are not the avenging fucking angels. You are none of that. If you are on Kiwi Farms doing this, you are the lowlifes of the fucking internet, and you will get everything back to you in some day that you are giving to other people.
Downfall, but he may have been one that was a little bit too obsessed with that. He pretended not to be, but you really have to disengage from what other people are saying.